Hi, Ken Hansa here for the Reproducible Results channel. Today I will show you how to import select life tables from Excel into RStudio. As always, I will stress methods that lead to reproducible results. I will need the set of SOA Select Tables that were created in my previous video, how to import SOA tables into Microsoft Excel. I will also be using version 0.98.501 of RStudio and 0.2-7 of the XLConnect package, and version 3.0.3 of 64-bit R. XLConnect has a dependency on the R Java package, which can be a bit quirky. If XLConnect fails to load, it may be because you need to install the 64-bit version of the Java runtime environment. I will begin by noting the coordinates of the select and ultimate QXs in the SOA tables that I created. I'll be looking at the female non-smoker tab. The coordinates will be the same for the other three as well. This is the select area, and I'm going to be importing the ages, so column A, but not the column headers, so not row 24. Go across and then down to Z115, and that's the region I need to import for select QXs. For ultimate QXs, I go down to age 130, that's my first age, to age 25, and I'll select the QXs as well. That goes down to B225. Back in RStudio, I will set things up with a little housekeeping here. I'm going to set the working directory, remove any objects that might be in memory, and set an iteration number of 01. This is the first time I'm doing this. If I had to do this several times sequentially, I would iterate through one through whatever numbers I need to do. So I'll run those, and that's done. Now I'm going to load the library for XLConnect. And now that I have the package open, I can run load workbook from XLConnect and create an object called WB. This will be pointed at the Excel spreadsheet, the VBT 2008 age last birthday. Then I'm going to do these four commands here, these four functions that create objects from the worksheets. And in this case, it's select objects, so I named them appropriately: female non-smoker select, female smoker select, so on. And the region is specified, and I specify that there's no header row. Run that, and those objects are created. Let's look at one of those. This is the female non-smoker select, and other than the odd names, it's very much like what I had in the Excel spreadsheet. The next thing I want to do is to grab the regions for the ultimates. Same idea, new objects are being created. Sheets 1 through 4. By the way, the XLConnect did not like the way I named the tabs in my Excel spreadsheet. I think it might be the underbar, but I can still get at them using the numeric index to those spreadsheets. And the region is specified A130 to B225. Again, the header are false. And now I have these objects as well, and I'll select this male smoker. Ultimate is just a couple of rows, column 1 and column 2. Okay, I have found that XLConnect can be a little buggy when it comes to memory, so I'll do three things here. First of all, I'll remove the WB, because I don't need that. I'll run the garbage collector for XLConnect, and then I'll detach XLConnect. I probably won't have any problems with it then. Now, I'm going to change the column names in my select objects. This is simply going through and change the name from column 1 to age, and from column 2 through column 26, I'm going to change that to QX1 through 25. And we can see the result here for the select age QX1 through 25. The next thing I need to do is to take the select objects and reshape them. As you recall, this is the select object for female non-smoker, and all the QXs are in the wide format across the page. What I need to do is to reshape this long such that the information, the QXs, are brought down into a column 1 through 25, and then the appropriate QX for that age and that duration are in a third column down like this. I do that with the reshape function, and at the same time I'm going to do other things. I'm going to rename the, well, get rid of the row names. Let me run this and you can see what I have to do to get rid of the row, why I have to get rid of the row names. I've created a new object called f.ns.qx's, and this is reshaped. Now the row names are meaningless. There's no reason for me to have them, so that's why I'm going to get rid of them. And so I'll drop them. I'll also choose three of the columns, just the ones I want. Look at it again here, the age, time, and QX. And then I'm going to rename those columns age, duration, and QX. I'm naming age with a capital A because I'm going to have to change that. I'm going to have to create another variable called age, which is the attained age, because that's what I need for merging when I do mortality studies. The attained age is equal to the issue age plus the duration minus 1. I need also to make a sex variable. In this case, these are females, and I need to create a smoker variable. In this case, it's non-smoker. So for both of those, I create factor variables with the appropriate levels. And then lastly, I will rename the, or reorder and select the columns that I want in the final data frame. We can look at that again, and this is exactly what I have. Sex, smoker, age, duration, and QX. Not exactly the order I want, but I can change that later. Now with the ultimates, they're not nearly as complicated because there's only two columns, age and QX. So I don't need to do a reshape, and age is already an attained age, so I don't need to make any changes to that. Instead, I need to add the sex variable, again female, and the smoker factor, which again is non-smoker, and I'm going to create a variable for duration, and that will be 26. And finally, I arrange the columns that I want in the final data frame. And this is female non-smoker ultimate. You can see what that looks like now. It's the same setup. That starts at age 25, of course, and duration is 26 for all of them. Lastly, for the female non-smokers, I will do an R-bind, which basically takes the ultimate rates and stacks them underneath the select rates, and then I will sort them. This complicated function here achieves a sort, and again it comes up with row names that are meaningless, so I get rid of the row names. So after all that, this is what my female non-smoker QXs look like, and I'm in good shape here. You can see that the ultimates came through. Here's one here for age 40, attained age 45, and so on. I'm going to do the same thing for the female smokers, male non-smokers, and male smokers. Now I'll just select that entire region. It's the same code, it's just with the appropriate sexes and smoking status changed. And I now have 4 variables. I'll select one here, the male smoker QXs. We can look at that, and it's the same setup with the appropriate QXs. At this point, I have a number of objects over here, and to prevent my getting confused, I'm going to remove those that I don't need. And that leaves me with just these 4 objects with the QXs for female and male, non-smoker and smoker. And I'm going to combine them into one object. I'm going to call that object the VBT 2008 ALB, and I combine the 4 other objects with the row combine. Basically, I'm just stacking one under another, and that gives me one large object with all the information I need. Look at it there, you can look at it this way, and it's nearly 10,000 rows. I'm going to save this for future use. I could use it in a variety of studies, and what I've learned to use is save RDS to save out data sets. I think it's the most practical way to do it in R. The RDS allows me to bring it back in. In fact, I'll show you. First, I'll save this, and then I'm going to bring it back in and assign it to, I'll tell you what, let me get rid of all my objects now. So I cleared out everything from memory, and I'm going to assign I'm going to read in the RDS file and assign it to a new object called VBT. That's one of the flexible advantages of using RDS files. So I run that, there's my VBT. Again, it's exactly what I want. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful.